Message from the universe through me. If you think that there's something in your life that's going to make it better and you are sitting here planning it and worrying about all the worst case scenarios, don't worry about those, do it. Do what you think is best for you. Yes, it might hurt people. Yes, it might put you in some stressors financially, but if you think it's going to better your life, the universe is going to reward you for it. Easier said than done, I'm very well aware. Just know the message is out there for you to have. That being said, hello, my name is Art. I try and make videos where I spice up my life a little bit, and we are doing Vlogmas yet again. This Vlogmas is completely different from last year's Vlogmas in the sense that we're doing 12 days of Vlogmas, yay! Last year, I liked that I did things from throughout the course of the year. I am not doing that this time around. This time around, what I did was 75 hard / soft. Yay! I just wanted to give an intro to that because we are going back in time to August of this year when I started posting last in October, November-ish. That was from 2023 of last year. I just wanted to come on and explain the timeline of things because I know it's starting to get a little shaky. Just know 2024 December art is doing well and things are finally looking up. I'm not gonna go into details about where I've been, just know that like mentally I've been unwell and I am finally in a significantly better place and I am so grateful. Hence my message from the universe through me to you, because I made a decision and right now I feel very rewarded by it, and I hope that is enough of a sign. If you need more of a sign, you should stay tuned through Vlogmas because it's a slow descent into madness where I'm still proud of myself. The worst part about adulting is having conflicting emotions happening all at once. Alas, we made it through and it's gonna be a good time. It is a very cloudy day today, so the lighting isn't at its prime, but I think we're doing okay, and I know it's kind of echoey in here. It's gonna stay like that for some time. I said I would be consistent and then I disappeared off the planet. I can explain. I come with bearing excuses in addition to explanations. This is a new environment for me. I had to move very quickly. Not an easy decision to make, nor was it something that I was planning on. But because I moved, I've been busy. No, there is not a moving tour coming, but I can make a video on how to apartment hunt in New York City when in an emergency, because that's every single time I've apartment hunted. So stay tuned for that in the new year. Also in the new year, I have been doing Ortho-K for my vision. I don't allude to it in my videos now, but they are coming up in my 75 hard series that is coming up for Vlogmas. I do want to mention I am gonna also have an Ortho-K video going live in the new year as well. I am just having a little bit of difficulty with the storyline of that video, and so I need to do some re-recording, reorganizing of the footage, and that's just taken me a long while. I'm coming on explaining that we already have things in motion for the new year. I'm just slacking a little bit, but ready to get back on my grind. So please bear with me, subscribe, like the video. I don't ask to do that, but if you are interested in seeing what there is to come, please, please, please do interact with my content. I also love reading your comments and interacting with your comments, so please, some love there would be fantastic. All this to say, we have 11 videos coming up for the 75 hard series. Throughout recording it, it was under the impression that I would be posting weekly, not rather than daily, but you know, okay, let me explain. So I had every intention of posting those videos weekly, but life got in the way, and hence why I'm inconsistent, is because that was going to be my consistency motivation, proof of consistency. I'm just glad to be able to have any video go up ever. So I'm really excited to get that series out. Unfortunately, it is another slow descent into madness, and I'm hoping to create videos where I'm not mentally going through it. And so far, I think those are coming, which is very exciting for me. So if you wanna put in the comments, I'm glad you're better, thank you. And I'll say thank you again in the comments. This year has been super transitional for me, and I am very much cocooning still. I haven't blossomed into a beautiful butterfly. It just sucks because I feel like 2023 I was wounded. This year I'm bandaging myself back up, and I'm ready to feel well rested and come into the new year feeling great. And a part of that for me is just leaving this year in this year. I've been in real time back in 2022, and I've kind of just dropped the ball since. Since I first started uploading on my channel, I've kind of just dropped the ball on doing things in real time, but that's something that I've been working towards ever since my comeback, and it's just been super difficult. So the only thing from throughout last year into this year that I'm holding on to is that OrthoK video, which I think I might throw some more context onto that one and some more juice, and also make it not 2 hours long without explanation. So that's going to be a little bit of a monster for me to get through, but I'm really excited to share it. I think it'll be helpful for so many people. If you don't know what OrthoK is, I'll explain in the video. Super quick synopsis. It's for people with myopia, which is nearsightedness. It's a way to correct your vision so that you can see without glasses or contacts. Do your own research in the meantime, or wait for my video. Do what you want. Free will. Because this year has been so transformative, there has been some super rough moments that I'm really excited to just be done with. And part of being done with those things is not reliving moments from this year and bringing them into the new year. I think I'd rather relive those moments while I'm still recovering, hence Vlogmas. I'm still recovering, but as recent as those things are, I'm ready for a change and I'm ready for things to get better. Also in the new year, other than a moving video and my OrthoK video, I am going to be trying new things more frequently so I can get you more videos, also get me more videos. I really am an advocate for just spicing up your life a little bit. It doesn't have to be a full like move to a different country or like going on a vacation. Sometimes it's just taking a new route back home from work. And I want to create more examples of ways that you can change up your life just to have more experiences and learn more about the world. I think I've struggled with depression for long enough that this is an option for me that makes me feel better, is just experiencing new things that life has to offer. And I really just want to be a stronger advocate for creating a better life for yourself, even if it means just minuscule changes to your daily habits. That's what I'm trying to fight for, and that's what there is to come next year. I'm very, very excited. Let's talk about Vlogmas love. To be entirely honest, there isn't really much else to explain. I did, and spoiler alert, accomplished 75 hard, technically 75 soft because I created my own rules, but it was hard. that ish was hard. Oop. Just gotta switch rooms. This Vlogmas, like last Vlogmas, is not very Christmassy, but I am going to admit that up front. It just simply won't. I did my 75 hard from August to October, so we're gonna get some fall vibes in there, end of summer vibes in there. I'm really excited to share. My mental health did take a hit throughout the series at different points and different intensities, and I came to the conclusion at some point during recording that maybe I wouldn't want to upload the footage, but I also came to the conclusion, I'm spoiling it. I don't want to spoil it for you. 75 hard was really just a turning point for me in my life, actually. I don't think I fully fleshed out my thoughts well at the end of my 75 hard. Quite frankly, I haven't really finished editing this series. So I don't know what conclusions I would have drawn from that, and my memories are kind of still not the best. I will work on it. I'm getting a better grasp of not disassociating and being mentally ill in an anxious sense, to the point where my body is in panic mode and therefore forgetting everything. So that's gonna take some time. We're still working on it. The one thing that I did take away from 75 hard is how much better it made me feel about myself. I definitely was depressed over the summer, which I tend to be depressed over the summer, which I'm learning. So Vlogmas last year, I was the most depressed in July, and this year was no different. I don't know, I didn't do anything all month, which is exactly what I did last July. And I am going to break that pattern at some point, but that's not until July to find out. I definitely started 75 hard because I needed a change. I needed to prove to myself that I can take care of myself and I can be disciplined, because at that point in time, I was saying some things that I wanted to accomplish from my life and not putting any action towards it. I wasn't planning. I just wanted better for myself, and I didn't know how better was going to come to me. And at some point I was just fed up with myself and I started this challenge, and that's where it starts off. And I'm really proud of myself because I learned so much about myself. And the one takeaway that I am going to spoil from you is the list that I made to do on a daily basis is a list that I created to work towards a life that I want for myself. And after finishing 75 hard, I stopped doing those things and immediately felt like I was giving up on myself. I've slowly tried to incorporate those habits back into my life, but I think a time is coming again where I just need to hammer those habits back into my life. Because I did create this list under the impression that like I want to be a content creator, so I have to edit. That's like the worst. It is the most time consuming, overwhelming part of creating content is editing. And so I need to make sure that is a daily occurrence. And I did a good job, and I haven't barely edited since, and I am going to change that, and I need to change that if I'm going to finish Vlogmas, which I'm really excited to do. It's going to be another challenge for myself this year, and I'm always excited. I've also realized throughout doing 75 Hard that I like to live my life in chapters, and those chapters are encompassed by a challenge that I give myself. Those are the most fulfilling moments of my life, because as you're going through it, it feels hard, and at the end of it, you can look back and be like, I did that, I completed that. So Vlogmas 2023 was the first time I felt that, where it's like a marathon, and I've expressed that at the end of Vlogmas. And then my 75 Hard, I look back and it's just like, wow, like, yes, I didn't do well emotionally, but I accomplished things. And after 75 Hard, which wasn't that long ago, a month and a half ago I finished, maybe, I don't remember. No, it was around Halloween, so like a month ago. Really not that far away. That was another moment where I didn't feel accomplished right at the end, but looking back, I'm really proud of myself. And I'm not gonna beat myself up about it, but I would like to get better at feeling accomplished the moment I finish something. I think I'm just a little too far away from my body still, like disassociating, that I am not emotionally aware of what's happening as I'm feeling the emotions or experiencing the moment. I will work on that with therapist, which I have one now. Let's talk about it. So a goal that I've had since Vlogmas of last year was to find a therapist that I enjoyed. And in Vlogmas, I found a therapist that I enjoyed. In end of January, my insurance out of nowhere was just like, we're not paying for that. So I was no longer seeing a therapist that I liked, and I've been this entire year trying to find a therapist that I enjoyed, to the point where I was sticking with a therapist that I truly did not enjoy for the sheer fact that I just wanted to say I had a therapist. And as of last week, I found a therapist that I think is actually fantastic for me. I do want to do EMDR therapy, which I don't fully know what that means, but it's something that I feel is necessary for the sheer fact that I have been disassociating so much, so reattaching my body and mind is really important to me right now. And this therapist does not specialize in that, is not certified for that. So I am also looking for another therapist to work alongside her. But so far, it's only been 2 weeks. I'm loving working with her. And if it changes, I will voice that to her, and hopefully we are able to work together. And I think we are a fantastic fit for each other. So that's super, super exciting. When I tell you my life is getting better, my life is getting better. So much better. Sometimes you just have to take a leap and trust that your soul, your body, the universe, whatever you believe in, is putting these dreams in you, because once you start working towards them, you are working towards a better future for yourself, and things start opening up as if everything is possible. The fact that my mental health has been a really difficult hurdle for me for the past, my life, but especially in the past 2 years, and I'm finally realigned with someone who's going to help me, that is fantastic. I started the year off, and I remember this because I left a comment on Alina Lift's video. I don't remember this because of memory, but I did leave a comment and someone liked it the other day, which is why I'm remembering it. At the beginning of this year, there were things that I tried to change about my life, and they were not changing, and I was determined to change my life for the better, and so I kept pivoting. At some point, I slipped. I didn't keep pivoting. I just accepted that it wasn't going to work out, and I'm at a point again where I was just doing so mentally unwell that I could no longer accept what was going on. I hit rock bottom yet again, and I needed a change, and I've made the best decision for myself, and I'm so excited to move forward. And because I've made that decision, I am now able to find help. And I think sometimes the world, the universe is going to put things against you, and it feels like nothing is going right. And it's hard for me to know the difference, but sometimes when things go wrong, I either identify it as is this a warning sign that what I want I shouldn't aim for and I should wait for a better opportunity position, or is this a challenge that I should try harder and achieve what I want because I want it that badly that I will do anything to make it happen. Sometimes it's a little bit of both. It was a little bit of both for me this year, and I am so grateful that I am ending the year off really, really strong. By the time you see me at the end of this month, I'm hoping I'm saying the same things I'm saying right now, because I have video evidence of me saying something earlier this year that ended up not being true because of situations unraveling. It was true in the moment. I stand by my decision at that moment, but turned out not to be the greatest decision. And now I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping that was the case for then and not the case for now, because if history is repeating itself so soon after it just occurred, I might just start a riot. I might just have to start a riot. But life feels good again, and I'm content, which I haven't felt contentment since 2022. So for it to be the end of 2024, almost 2 full years of not feeling happy or at least like neutral with my life, way too long. And I'm at a point where I'm content, and I only see visions of a future where I'm happy. Some things have happened to me that were quite unimaginable that made my life like so significantly harder than what it needed to be, and it changed my life for what it is now. And a realization I came to very early on in my 75 hard is I don't want my suffering to be who I am, nor do I want it to be the full story. I will not allow my suffering to be just that. I need it to be part of the story of achievement rather than the story of who I am. I'm destined for greater things, which is why my life fell to shit when it did, because it was making room for a better future. Might be hard to hear. This is just my personal beliefs, and you can choose to accept it or to deny it, rebuke it. I personally believe there is balance in the universe. Anytime something negative is happening, something positive will happen in return. If you are having back-to-back negative things happen in your life, you are destined for back-to-back fortunate things to happen in your life. If you have like a super intense, awful situation, there will be moments of good sprinkled throughout that just to balance it out. It is never all bad. It is never all good. Everything comes together, whether they come together as one, with like one massive horrific event with little bits of great events, or vice versa, one massive great event with little bits of negative bits, or something really massive and awful balanced by something massive and great. I think my massive and great is coming because I have been struggling these last 2 years. Being an optimist here, and I don't think it's just for me, I think it's for everyone. We are all destined for the same amount of greatness as we have downfalls, which can also be a negative way to look at life. I totally understand, but it makes me feel better about myself to know that I went through hell for the longest time, and I am going to be living the dream very, very soon. There's no other way around it. Like, balance is in the universe for a reason. Part of me bopping around is for visual interest, but the other part of me is bopping around because I have like heating units that are so obnoxiously loud that I walk around my home with headphones on, which I'm not happy about, but willing to do, you know? Anyway, so I've just been trying to recover emotionally, at least just get a way of just feeling neutral. Like, I've been just trying to not feel like absolute shit. I wanted to censor it, but it's like, no, that's the word. I'm finally at a pace where I'm better for that. I've been stumbling across so many YouTube videos, so many TikTok videos of people just being like, just do it. Oh my God, just do it. Just do it. If you think it's right, if you think it's going to help you, just do it. Don't overthink it. Don't plan it. Just do it. And I'm a planner. I am a planner. If I don't have a plan, I'm not trying to do it, because what if it goes wrong? What if it's the wrong order? Sometimes you just gotta go for it. And I went for it, and I definitely asked a lot of people for their opinions along the way, but at the end of the day, I knew it was right for me. So I'm glad everyone agreed. Life is like so hard, and it's going to get harder. You might as well make an effort towards making it as easy as possible. And it's easier when your mental health isn't like being absolutely destroyed. Whatever that means for you, whatever portion of your life this affects, keep that in mind. I just wanted to come on here and chat and let you know Vlogmas is coming. It is so good. From what I've seen, from what I remember, it is definitely going to be a treasured part of my life. I've created experiences that I've never had before. I went to a concert alone. I'm not even someone who goes to concerts. Like, so it's just, there's so many fond memories and friendships that I've never caught on camera that I have on camera now that I'm so excited to share with you. Very, very grateful for that experience. And I think it created a new perspective on life for me, especially with 75 hard. I knew that I accomplished something today if I finished my 75 hard. And that's something I've taken with me in the not doing that challenge, in the sense of I have created a schedule for myself where each day has a purpose. Today's Tuesday, today's a content day, hence why I'm recording. I know how to take care of myself if something is overwhelming. I know there's a day to handle it. It just feels really good to wake up and know what today is, if that makes sense. And also knowing that I was working towards bettering myself with that challenge, it's just like, okay, let's adopt that into daily life again. Because if you really want it, you'd go for it. And if you're not going for it, you don't want it that bad. And it is such a harsh piece of commentary that is so true. Because if you really wanted something to happen, you would find a way to make it happen. And I have spent so much time not finding ways to make things happen and just sulking in the fact that things weren't happening for me. At some point, I started striving to better my life, and oh my God, I feel so much better. So much better. There's a part of it where you're just feeling the relief, and that is fantastic. But I also want to encourage people to document the relief, document the journey. Both, whatever you feel will help you the most. I would encourage both. Just because, like, when you have the end goal and it's just like all of that struggle was worth it, when you have the fact that you were struggling and it was still worth it, having documentation of all of that for yourself in photos and videos in a journal, however you see fit that works best for your lifestyle, just having that reminder that, like, the things that you get that are beneficial didn't come without hardships, and you going through a hardship right now, there's beneficial at the end. I feel like I've been talking a lot, I've been talking in circles and saying the same things, but like this is just also a reminder for me because I rewatch my videos. I'm one of my biggest fans, I'm not joking, and I needed it. Another thing that I learned throughout my 75 hard, I realized I was holding myself back on things that I wanted to accomplish. That is a newer thing for me. Also a newer thing for me, anxiety. Apparently those two are similar to each other, is fearing for the worst and therefore not working towards anything. So I know it's easier said than done, everything that I'm saying, especially somebody who has suffered through putting myself in situations where I'm not working towards bettering out of fear of both success and failure. That's why you just gotta do it, you know? And for me, throughout this journey, something I realized, learned, and want to instill in you, if you are ever in a position where an opportunity is given to you or presented and you don't know what to do because you don't think that you'll succeed in it, give them the option to reject you and don't reject yourself. That is one of my biggest hurdles right now, is I am so fearful of things going wrong because so many things have gone wrong in the past couple of years that I am so nervous to do anything under the impression that it was not going to go right to begin with. But sometimes you just have to allow other people to be like, hey, we don't want you for this actually. And that's okay. But imagine you offer yourself up for an opportunity and you do get it and things work out. There are both sides to the coin. And in a situation where someone else has control over whether or not you get something, give them the option to say no, versus taking yourself out of the race to begin with, especially when it comes to something that will change your life for the better. I'm really just chatting. I'm really just trying to be on my big sis advice game. I do have a little brother. He does not ask me for advice. I need to give it to someone. And it just so happens to be this video this time. Anyway, all this to say, I'm really excited for what life has to offer, which is the first time in a really long time, I can't say ever, but in a really long time, I haven't been excited for what life has to throw at me. And I feel like it's gonna be mostly good, but even if it's bad, it can't be what I just been through. You know, it can't be that bad. That is not a challenge. That is not a challenge to the universe. I need the universe to, I'm not challenging. I'm simply saying, give me more of the good stuff because I'm ready for it. I've shed so much of the negativity. I've experienced so much of the negativity. I am finally with a therapist who I can work through these negative emotions with and these negative internalizations, and I am so ready to absorb all the good the world and the universe has to offer and put myself out there to accept these things. I said I was going to be consistent. I wasn't consistent. I had to take a break for my mental health and also for time, logistically. And I'm feeling so much better. We're coming at you strong. Vlogmas is here. Please subscribe. Even if you want to unsubscribe later, I totally understand. But if this is something of interest to you, if what I've said resonated with you, show me a little bit of love, whether that be liking the video, having a conversation with me in the comments. Are you currently going through something where you feel really scared to pursue it? I am a cheerleader. I'm someone who roots for everyone. I really want everyone to succeed. So if you have a goal that you want to accomplish, please, 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 whether it be for the new year, for the week, for the day, please leave them in the comments below. I really want to chat, and just, if you need a little bit of encouragement, I would love to give it, is all I'm trying to say. Anyway, Vlogmas is coming. Thank you so much for sticking around. There's 239 of you since I last checked, and that is so, so exciting. I'm really excited and grateful for barely even posting and still gaining over 40 subscribers, and it's just a testament to how much people resonate with me. And that's sometimes like, I just appreciate every single one of you who has subscribed to me. Super appreciate every single one of you who have liked one of my videos. Super duper appreciate every single one of you who have commented on my videos. Any way you interact with this video, it helps promote my channel to other people who might also enjoy my channel. And this is a form of creating that I am really excited about. And I want to prove it to you by being consistent beyond Vlogmas. I know. I will do it, I promise. I will do it, I promise. Don't know what the future holds, but I'm excited for it, and I hope you are too. Tomorrow I will see you with Vlogmas Day 2, which is my first ever day of doing 75 hard. All that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and happy holidays.